Welcome back everyone to Atomic Islands. I have made it to the bottom of the ravine, and it looks like we have a nice source of obsidian here. That's good. Also plenty of lava, which is also good. No diamonds yet, but perhaps if I explore the area enough I should eventually amend that little situation. There you go. Now I have some water, which is going to come in useful later. But most of all, that was to get rid of this pesky lava here, because that's going to be a bit of a problem. And all this water in here is probably, yes, since we're next to the ocean and all that stuff, I'm sure it's spilling in from the ocean. So let's see if I can do this without getting myself killed and all. Worry about flowing with the current, against the current, and all that. Boy, this is a very, very long way through. All sorts of things here. Just don't want to make sure I don't go too far out, because I certainly don't want to fall into there. No obvious diamonds around here, though. So, too bad on that score. But this is going to be a very nice place in which to get some obsidian at some point in the future. And while I'm here, though, I will at least grab the... One! Only one? Huh. And before you ask, this is why level 11, so therefore expecting the possibility of diamonds is certainly not out of reach. It's not like I was trying to look for diamonds at 28 or anything like that. This looks like a fire and ice series. We've got those icebergs all through the outside. And we have lava all over the place. I'm certainly not going to be wanting for obsidian. That's for sure. I am going to be wanting the sea. Ooh. It appears I've found either a spawner or a boundary to the mushroom. It's a spawner. There you go. Just make sure everything is all nice and filled in. We're still in the mushroom area? Yeah, we're still in the mushroom area. Ooh, a golden apple, some flesh, some pumpkin seeds. That'll be nice. Yeah, that's a nice little haul there. And one possibility, well, I have some string here. That's good. And I have to see if I'm going to do anything with this thing. I'm hearing the sounds of zombies all over the place, which implies that zombies are spawning. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Well, I'm not all too sure where they're spawning at. Right, because there isn't much room left. Oh! Wait. Well, I suppose I'll never know now. Actually, I guess I could make myself another axe and see where are these things spawning in at, because I think there's only so much space in which they could spawn. And I don't see anywhere where they could have gotten to. I'll have to figure something to do with that spawner at some point, but, well, Doing some additional searching, I finally found some diamonds. 7 of them, which is nice. A little bit of iron behind it, which is good because I'm not exactly rolling in iron either. But that at least solves my first problem concerning that. Now, what else do I need for a table? I will need some leather, but I've got mushrooms, so therefore I should be able to get some leather from there. But that does mean I need to get some sugarcane. Yes, I need some sugarcane. Need some obsidian, but I've got plenty of obsidian over here, and with the diamond pick I should be able to take care of that. So what else do I need for an enchantment table? Alright, 2 diamonds, 4 obsidian, and a book. So the main thing I need then is going to be the sugarcane, because everything else would be accessible now. So I'll have to work on that. And all that work wore out my pick. So this is certainly not going to be worth having any enchantment placed upon it. But I do have some leather here, so I can get my... Let's just get enough for the first book, then we'll worry about the bookshelves that we're going to inevitably need in order to help with our enchantments. There you go, we have our... So let's go around making our enchanting table. Now, of course, this is going to be a very bad spot for an enchanting table. And what I really want to do is, before I do, we're sort of in a bit of, I guess you say, a catch-22 here, because I want to be able to have a good location for an enchanting table. And that means to build my visitor center first. But my visitor center for the Mushroom Island is, of course, going to be made out of mushroom blocks, so that it will fit into the rest of the island. Yeah, I know, it's not going to be the prettiest visitor center in the world, but sometimes theme and tack trumps aesthetics, I guess you could say. Well, that's right, I've found some sheep at the place where I have the logs here, so I don't have to worry about phantoms tonight, because they were really getting to be to a point of annoying. And fortunately I did find a sheep down near those spruce trees, so that helped. So I might not use the enchanting table immediately, but what I did find was, while fishing, I have a couple of enchantments that I found on there. Now some of them I've already put on things, such as I found a protection, so I threw those on my leggings. Feather Falling and Silk Touch. If I weren't desperate for Silk Touch, of course I would, Feather Falling 4 would immediately go into my boots otherwise. The other is Impaling in Power, but I fished up some bows, and I currently have one that's Power 3 Flame, which is... Actually, that's not my good bow. That's my good bow. Unbreaking 3 Mending Power 4. That's my good bow. Unfortunately, I have no arrows to use with it, which is why it's stuck in a chest right now. So therefore, I don't need power. So if I ever get a trident, that would be great for that. But I need something to do it. Now, it has to be either an axe or a pick. I'm going to put it onto a pick, even though it's not the most efficient thing to use for mining mushrooms. And unfortunately, I have only 5 diamonds left. And that's after finding a few around here. So I'm going to make myself a new pick and reserve that one when I want to mine something like diamonds. And do I have enough levels for this? Cost 4. Yeah, of course I got enough levels for this. Oh, question is, do I... It says it's not an ideal place to throw an enchanting table, but I believe an enchanting table drops itself anyway, so therefore... Not what I call a good place for an enchanting table, but you can at least get something out of it. Even, of course, it's not going to have any books around or anything like that to make anything really good, but might as well throw in something on there, even though it's going to be... Maybe it'll come out to be Fortune 1 or something like that to help along. Here's my lapis. At least it won't have anything that will cost too much, because I only have 22 levels anyway, so it's not... Alright, let's see what we've got here. Efficiency 1, alright, Unbreaking 1, and Efficiency 1. So 2 of them have Efficiency 1, the other one has Unbreaking 1. But this one might have a better chance of having something extra in it, I guess. We'll see, it's probably still going to come out only Efficiency 1. Yeah, just Efficiency 1. I could have gotten away with just spending 1 on it. Oh well. I have to learn those formulas, but here I just thought, might as well at least get something on there. Good, now we have Silk Touch. And I could start mining a couple of these mushrooms. Now I'll probably want to restore some of them because I don't want to ruin the original look of the island by harvesting all the mushrooms. So what I'm going to do is get these bones. These bones I earned through fishing. Yeah. Not... Oh, do I have any mushrooms in... Well, I won't have any trouble finding mushrooms, of course, on this island. Alright. No, so I'll just go out here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mine some of these, and I'm going to replant a red... I'll take a red mushroom. Really? This is a one-hit mine anyway. Okay, alright, it's not quite an instant mine or anything like that, but it's certainly a fast enough mine where the loss of time by not putting on an axe is fine. Now, the reason I chose pick is, of course, I am eventually going to be going against that stuff over there, and I would rather have that done with Silk Touch. There you go. And now, before I do the next one, I want to see if I can find a red mushroom so that I can, well, yeah, can I find a mushroom anywhere on this mushroom island? Yeah. Let me grab a few of these. And let me see if I can find some red mushrooms. It appears I'm going to just have to do this the old-fashioned way. I couldn't find any standalone red mushrooms, but there is always this option, doing it without Silk Touch, to get a few of the regular mushrooms. And hopefully that will give me enough. Actually, I think I have all the red blocks I'm going to be needing, because I'm going to use mainly yellow for this. It's the main purpose of the red is going to be for highlights in any case. Now, since that's where the old one was, I would presume I should have no trouble growing a new one in its place, right? Unless it's stricter. Okay, so therefore it's going to be picky, despite the fact that it had absolutely no trouble growing there in the world generator. It's going to be super picky and hey, out of the way. Out of the way. This isn't MHC, you know. And since it's not MHC, I can do that. Which I can't do in MHC. Now, let's see. I'll see if that makes a difference. And it grows right away. Okay, so therefore, the world generator can plop them anywhere they want, even if you couldn't put it there otherwise. So keep that in mind for the future. And of course, that gave me 2 extra leather. That means I'm gonna... I like to keep my leather numbers in nice numbers divisible by 3. Alright, there you go. Good. And those mushrooms do seem to keep on respawning, so therefore shouldn't have too much trouble on that score. This is the spot where they need to replant. Yeah, so therefore it takes only 1 in order to do it, it looks like. It's just that the other spot was invalid. Alright, good. Now I got that replaced. Now let's get some brown mushrooms. And once we do that, we could be all set for building the visitor center. And that'll give us a nice place. Now, the visitor centers that I'm going to be using, there's going to be one for each of the islands. And there'll also be one, of course, at the periodic table build. And I decided to do these as towers. A bit of a inspiration from Beta Garvia, who was showing some nice, simple starter builds. And one of them was a tower, and made me think that perhaps a nice, simple tower would be a good visitor center for each of these. So what I'll do is there will be a map room on the entrance level. Alright, let's see. Can I put a torch right there? Alright, just remind me that right in between those 2 torches is where I'll be planting the mushroom as soon as the mycelium catches up. Good. Oh, and it already has. How about that? And the nice thing about a mushroom biome is that it doesn't mind the light when you plant a mushroom. Okay. Perhaps my hypothesis of it always only taking 1 wasn't quite well founded as I thought. Okay, what's illegal about this location? One, 2. Right? What's wrong with that size? One, 2, 3. Okay, well, it has to be clear to up to 3. Well, I could... Now, of course, this could all be coincidence or something like that, but... 2, 3... Alright, now, let's try that. These are my last 3 bone meal. Okay, it's not instant, but... Perhaps it is 3, it has to be away. Okay, good. And that means 1 more, and I'll have to be lucky on that replant there. Actually, how many of these do I have right now? 44. Probably gonna need more than that. All told, we have 45 red mushroom blocks, 89 brown mushroom blocks, and 16 stems. I'll see what kind of visitor center I can make out of that. I'll probably have to add a few more things on top of that. But I think together that should give us the look that we want. And I want the visitor center to be right here because the idea is that we have the entrance floor, which is going to be the map room, as I said before. I will have the second floor would be things like the enchantery. On the third floor, I will have the bedroom, and in the basement, which means down here, we would have the storage area, and of course where we lead down into the mines. And so this would be closed off and it'll be reached from the main entrance of the visitor center. And that's how we're going to hide that little cave there, and that's going to become the theme that we're going to do for all of our builds, a little visitor center where we're going to have everything on there. But that's what we're going to be starting in our next episode of the Atomic Isles.